Hey friends, it's Ashley, and today I'm here with a layout for the cut shop using the new Welcome to Hawkins digital collection. There are also some new cut files in the shop as well, so you can check those out by heading over there, and I will leave a link in the description box below for both of those that are new in the store. Before I get started on my layout, I thought I would show you some of the pieces from the Welcome to Hawkins collection. There are 8 journaling cards. These are 4 of those cards that I already had printed out. So just variations of designs that you can see. And there is also a little word phrase cut out. They say Starcourt Mall, The Upside Down, Friends Don't Lie, Mouth Breather, Castle Buyers, Dingus, Beckner's Curse, Dear Billy, Scoops Ahoy, Thinking Cap, Griswold Family, Scoop Troop, Bald Eagle, The Babysitter, She's Our Friend and She's Crazy. First of all, it's a wrist rocket. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. You Can't Spell America Without Erica, which was one of my favorites. And then Ahoy Ladies, Didn't See You There, and Hawkins High School. So these can just be cut apart and used as kind of little stickers. And speaking of stickers, you can print these on sticker paper. I did the clear sticker paper and also white sticker paper. This set here is actually the cut file release, but I also included, I usually do an advertising image for each set of cut files, and I always color them. So for this set, I decided to include that color. So if you wanted to, you could do the print and cut with your Silhouette or your Cricut, and print out the color, and then use the cut files to get your cut lines if you wanted to do that. And then do those. These are some of those sticker pieces that are cut out. When I do my sticker sheets, I always set my blade to 1 because you want to be able to keep it on your sticker paper so you can see it does cut it, and then it stays on your paper without going through and cutting through the backside. And then also some of the little ephemera pieces. These come as individual designs. So they're all separate, but then there are also 2 files. There is one where it has all of the ephemera pieces on a sheet like this. And it has the design, but there is also a black outline that is just a little bit bigger. So it will give you that little extra border of white around there. If you want to use that. So that does come with 2 files for that to be able to use the offset. And so these are just some of the little ephemera pieces that you can cut. And I won't show all of those just because there are 20 of the little ephemera designs that you can cut out. So it's a fun collection. You can grab it in the Cut Shop store along with the cut files that are available too today. So make sure you stop by and check it out, and then I'll go ahead and get started on my layout. For this layout, I'm working in my Scrapbook notebook, and if you haven't seen this, it is from the Creative Ginger shop. It's just a fun little notebook and way of scrapbooking. So for this layout, I'm going to go ahead and get my photos in place. These are all some of my favorite characters from the series so far, starting with 11 in season 1. And for this notebook, you can see that I have my photos in the different shapes. I actually have this format saved in my Adobe Illustrator, both of the different sides, just the boxes. And so that way, when I work on a layout in this notebook, I can just go in, change, like copy the boxes and change my photo sizes to the size I need and get those cropped. So it makes it really easy to get that done, because you can see I already had them cut out in the shapes that I needed to fit in the boxes. So I'm going to get my last one there, and then I will start with the embellishments. And pretty much everything on this page is going to be from the digital collection. You can print this out as many times as you would like. Of course, the digital collection and the cut files in the store are for personal use only. They can be available for commercial. So if you would like anything for commercial use, you can contact me at my email. But I'm going to go ahead and put a few of these in place, and they kind of worked out perfectly where they fit in the little spaces that I needed. I moved the cassette tape up a little bit because I knew that I wanted to do some stamping under that later on. And I had to bring Steve's bat in, and it kind of fit perfectly in that little spot that is typically for the date, but I didn't really need the date right there. So I just added the embellishment in that little spot. And I have my journaling printed out on some clear sticker paper, and I wanted to add that to the top with the title. And I did actually get a little bubble in my sticker when I put it down, but this paper comes up pretty easily, so I was able to pull that up and get it put down flat. I wanted to include some of my favorite quotes from the show for the characters, so I just typed these up in Adobe Illustrator and cut out the little rectangles to fit in those spaces. And I just used some of the different colors that I had used in the collection for the font when I typed that up. And then I wanted to bring in a couple of wood veneers just to have a little bit of variation in the embellishing on the page, just to bring a little bit more texture to the layout. And I also wanted to do some stamping to go along with that as well. So I pulled out several of my TV themed stamps. Some of these are from Paper Person Shop. Some are from an older one from Studio Calico. And then I also had one from Everyday Explorers that I wanted to use for the little shapes there. You can see it's kind of like an abstract type design. So kind of to divide those quotes, I wanted to go ahead and use like this kind of little scribbly line. So I just did that in black and put it in between each of those quotes for the characters, just to differentiate that each one of those were separate. And then this is the older one from Studio Calico. I wanted to use the cute little TV. And I do all of my stamping in black just because I had so many colors on the pieces from the collection that I felt like I could balance that with the black ink for my stamping and didn't really need to do that in color. This little stamp says binge watch, and I wanted to add that to the center of the TV there because that is exactly what I have been doing with the Stranger Things series is binge watching. We actually watched season 4, and then I went back after that and started rewatching all of the seasons. I kind of did it in reverse, but I'm rewatching everything and then watching season 4 again also. And I'm going to use that line one more time here. And I just stamp it several times. I had to make sure that I had my stamp moved over because my spiral was in the way there, so I just got that last little piece. This is another stamp from Paper Person Shop, and I will link to any of these stamps that are still available. Some of them may be sold out, I'm not sure, but if any of them are still available, I will link to those for you. And the one I just used from Paper Person Shop said, this calls for popcorn. That's a really cute one. You can use that for TV and movies. And this is the Everyday Explorers. It is a, I would say, just abstract type design. And I liked these little circles as kind of like an organic shape. So I wanted to kind of just stamp these around the layout. And I used some white paper there just to kind of mask off that little area so it wouldn't stamp over on to my photo. And I'm just going to kind of do these randomly along the page. And I do have my little stamp pad there under that left hand side because I have worked in the notebook prior to these pages, so I just wanted to make sure that I had a flat area for my stamping so that I wasn't kind of getting over the top of any other embellishments that would mess up my stamping on the page. And I really like the way these look. They kind of remind me of the little floaty pieces from the Upside Down that kind of float through the air. So I thought that was kind of perfect for the layout. And just going to get one more at the top here to kind of balance all of those out. And I am going to add my date. For the date, I just put the date that I worked on the layout because I didn't have a specific date for that. So that worked out good. And then this is the little cut apart sheet. It has all of the little word phrases on it. So I wanted to go ahead and add some of these also. And they're under maybe 1.5 inches and under like 1/2 inch. They're pretty small. I wanted them to be kind of like that little word phrase sticker size, but they have lots of fun little phrases on them. So I am going to add a few more. I went ahead and cut the others off screen. And I'm just going to add like 3 or 4 more of those on here and get them in place. They are great for layering over your photos, which I am doing with the ones that I cut out. And I'm just going to get this last one done here at the bottom that says Dear Billy, of course. And that will finish up my project for today. I will link up all the products that I used in the description box. So make sure you check those out if you're interested in any of the products that I used. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up. And if this is your first time to my channel, I would love for you to become a new subscriber. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time.